In today's video, we're discussing the reasons why it seems like you're always broke. You're earning money, but you don't seem to meet your financial goals. You just cannot explain exactly what's going on with your income. So I will show you some habits that you might have, knowingly or unknowingly to you, that is keeping you broke. So please stick around with me because we are talking money. My name is Tochi. You're welcome to my channel. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up as you're watching right now. Thank you. Kindly share it to everyone that benefit from it, and to all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Do well to subscribe if you haven't, because I share content that you definitely love on here. Firstly, too many subscriptions. Now, have you ever sat down to calculate how much all your monthly subscriptions cost? They often appear affordable at first glance because you might not even realize it, but then somehow they just add up. By the time you add up all of them, all the services that you're subscribed to, without even realizing it, it will just pile up to hundreds of pounds every month. And because sometimes you set up direct debits, you don't even realize that you're spending so much money on the services that you're subscribed to. So setting up subscriptions can be very easy and very enticing because it doesn't seem like a lot, especially when you're just looking at one part of it. But it is now when they pile up everything together. There's £10 here, £15 there, £30 there, and without even realizing it, when you put up all the multiple services together, you realize that you're spending so much money. And this can be very silent, because you might not even realize that this is draining your account, right? So this is why you should try to cancel subscriptions that you're not using anymore. Always go through it, because sometimes we forget that we're even subscribed to something, and sometimes it could just be a one-off service that required you to subscribe, and then you forget to cancel, and because it's automatic, it just keeps taking your money. So you have to always remember to cancel subscriptions. In fact, go through all your subscriptions, find out the ones that you don't need anymore, and cancel, because there are some that you might be subscribed to, and because your direct debit is automatic, whether you're making use of that services or not, it just keeps taking your money and it drains you financially. It becomes a financial burden without you even realizing it. Okay, so you have to consciously cancel subscriptions that you're not using anymore. Number 2, impulsive buying. Now, this one is one reason why people are always broke. You hear people saying they don't have money. This could be one of the reasons, because it's very, very prominent. Like, you just find yourself buying things that you really don't need because you feel you have money. And trust me, guys, these sellers have a way of making things very enticing and calling on you to come and buy. You will see discount sales, okay, 70% off, 50% off, 100% off, and then you just say, now you're getting this very affordable, more affordable that it could be. There's Black Friday sales, there's flash sales. They just have one word they will use that will entice you to come and buy. Please always ask yourself, do you have need for it? In fact, there's something I learned about the 24 hours rule. Some people call it the 48 hours rule. So if you want to buy something, or if you have a need or the urge to buy something, just leave it for a while. Give yourself 24 or 48 hours. And if you still think after that period that you need it, then you can go ahead and buy it. But that period also allows you the time to ask yourself if you truly need that thing, and you will discover that at the end of the day you will just forget it and say, I don't really need it. So that's also a way to control yourself without just buying at every chance you get or whenever the urge comes. Okay, it will help you to control yourself and be disciplined enough to reject impulsive buying. And trust me, social media does not even help matters, because scrolling on social media, you will definitely see something that you want to buy, that influencers everywhere trying to convince you to make a purchase. Again, according to Bankrate social media survey, it says that about 48% of social media users have made impulsive buying, and many of them regretted it, right? So that is why you should prioritize. Make clear your needs, your long-term financial goals. What do you need this for? What do you want to achieve at the end of the month or at the end of the week, and things like that. Wait, reflect before buying. It might sound stupid, but At the end of the day, you will thank yourself for doing this. And also, if you find yourself popping into shops as a habit, right? Maybe it's on your way home from work or something like that. I think it's time to change your routes, because that's also, it's not helping you, because things will always be on sale. There will always be discount sale, and once you get into that shop, you will definitely find something on sale to buy, and then you realize that, oh, you really did not need it. So it's time for you to stop that habit of just randomly popping into stores. Okay, you should also consider unsubscribing to all those mailing lists from your retailers, right? Please, it's possible you just made a one-off purchase. Yes, that should be it, but let them stop reminding you or telling you about their recent products or their most recent products for you to buy. You really don't need that information. So these are some of the ways that you can help yourself to stop impulsive buying. The next one is failure to budget. I'm sure you would have heard about this a lot. You know about this, but somehow you have just chosen to ignore. Budgeting helps you a lot. It helps you keep your finance in check. It helps you understand what your income is, what your expenditure is, and sometimes it just takes you back to the drawing board to see exactly where you overspend and where you need to check, things you need to do. You are just seeing your finances on the table and how you're spending and everything. It just makes things easier for you. You save more when you budget, and you discover that you are even more financially stable. You meet your financial goals when you budget. Guys, budgeting really helps, because if you fail to budget, it just puts you at risk of spending more money, and that's why you discover that at the end of the day you have nothing to show for it. You're broke even before you know it. You try to calculate and recall how you spent your money, but sometimes you find that there is a missing piece that you cannot put together. That's because you did not budget. I budget, and trust me, since I started budgeting, guys, my life has never remained the same, because I now have control of my finances. It just helps you plan yourself, and you will live a happier life, because you know that, oh, you are now more financially stable and you're now more financially responsible. It helps a lot. As an individual, as a family, budgeting really helps. The next is excessively eating out. Now, this one might not seem like you're saving so much money, but trust me, especially if you have the habit of eating out all the time, if you stop it, or if you're able to control yourself, you discover that you're saving so much money. Bulk buying helps to save money. I'm speaking from experience now. Buying things in bulk, especially food, cooking and storing in the freezer at home, saves a lot of money. Eating out is expensive. If you go on holidays and all those things where you have to eat out most of the times, you discover that eating out takes a chunk of your money. Bulk buying, having a meal plan, is way cheaper, and you even eat healthier because you're making your meals yourself and you're sure of exactly what you're eating. You could achieve this by taking up challenges. Tell yourself, if you have the habit of eating out every weekend, for instance, you could take up a challenge and say, no eating out this weekend. And by the time you're able to achieve that, you'll be happy and you want to do more. Okay, in the next 2 weeks, no eating out. Then you extend it to the next month and you keep extending it. And like that, that's how you kill that habit of eating out. And you find that you're becoming a better person financially, you're becoming more financially responsible, and you will have more money, to do more things for yourself. The next one is not having emergency funds. Now, this one is one that most people don't really talk about, because a lot of people are scared of emergencies. When you hear emergency, just negative thoughts that come to your mind, and we just keep rejecting it. But trust me, guys, life happens. And if you don't have emergency funds, you just become a prey. You have to depend on people and keep asking people for money. You even become a burden to people, right? So you should be able to save up this money for yourself. Emergency funds are very important because these are funds that you set aside to take care of emergencies. Okay, whatever life throws at you at any point in time, you'll be able to cover that up. And experts have made it easier, or have given us solutions to how we can go about it to just make it easier for you, so that it will not be financially draining, right? They say we should aim to save half a month's worth of living expenses. Some people even say, or £2,000 which one is more. So if your living expenses is £2,000, for instance, you should aim to save half of it, that is £1,000. You should set it aside as an emergency fund. Some experts also advise that we should aim to keep money that covers about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in our emergency fund, because that would help as well. There are things that come up, there are things that are considered emergencies. It could be the worst case scenario that you don't want to talk about. It could be sickness, it could be, car breakdown. There are lots of things that your emergency funds can cover, and if you've been able to save it up, that would help as well. Another point is overusing or over relying on your credit card. Credit cards make it very easy, like this is the easiest way to overspend, right? And if you're not careful, because of how enticing this might be, you will just keep falling into debt and you would remain broke. And the truth is, most times buying on credit even makes you spend more for it. It can be more expensive, right? So you should not over rely on it. In fact, there's something I always tell myself, that most times if I cannot afford to pay cash for something that I want, I don't go for it, except I really need that thing and I cannot afford it. That is when I consider buying it on credit. But if you can afford to pay cash for something, it is better for you, because you buy it cheaper and then you know that you're not owing any money, okay? But if you buy on credit, obviously you keep paying for it every month. And trust me guys, this is how multiple things you buy on credit just strains your income. So imagine you're owing £30 every month for one product that you bought, and then you're owing £40 for the second one. The next one you're owing £50 or even £10 every month. Now calculate all of these things together. You see why you're always broke? And the truth is, getting into too many debts can hurt your credit score, and you don't want that to happen, okay? So you should have self-control. Always control yourself. Think first. Some people don't even think before buying things. Always think before you buy. Reflect, like I said earlier, before you purchase anything. That would help you. Lastly, lack of savings and investments. Okay, I'm sure you know about this, but you have just told yourself that you don't want to save, or you keep coming up with excuses why you're not saving money. And this is not good. Saving should be a lifestyle. It should be part of your life. Like you should decide that every month, no matter what you earn, no matter what happens, you're going to take out some money as your savings. It is very, very important. Okay, if you do this, you discover that you're living a happier life and you have more money at your disposal. Now the thing is, saving money can be very difficult, especially when you start looking at the cost of living, looking at the inflation, how things are becoming very expensive. In fact, there are 1,001 reasons why you would not save money or why you shouldn't save money, but there are also 1,001 reasons why you should save and invest your money. First thing you should do that would help you is to first of all tell yourself, decide that you're going to save money. That's the starting point. And then you can start small. No matter how little you save every day, it is something. Start small, and then by the time you're comfortable with it, you can now increase how much you save every day or every week or even every month. So open that saving pot today. You have to do it right now. Just make up your mind that you're going to start saving money. So set it up and then set up a direct debit. That way you won't even know when the money is leaving your account. It becomes automatic. Make sure that you don't have control of it. It just goes out whether you like it or not. It goes out at the certain time and certain day that you have chosen for the money to go into your savings. That would help. Let me know in the comment section if you want more tips or things that can help you save money. I can share with you in my next video. Okay, so everybody needs to develop or form the habit of saving money, saving and investing your money. You have to invest it. You have to grow your money. That would help you. Okay, we're going to go into all of that in our subsequent videos, right? But firstly, these are the things, the common habits that are making people broke even without people realizing it. So if you're able to handle this, if you're able to deal with this, then you're off for a good start. Just know that there's no one formula to saving money. You could develop your own strategy, something that would work for you, but the goal is for you to be able to save money. Put out something as your savings every month, every week. You could take up challenges. You could be saving £1 a day, saving £1 a week. No matter how small, just make sure you set aside something, no matter how small it is. It might look minor to you, but if you're consistent with it, you look back and be thankful that you started, and with time you could even increase it. So yeah, I hope these tips have helped. There are lots more things that you can do that can help you. If you're smoking and drinking, remember your money goes into that as well. Those things are very expensive, so you would want to consider cutting down on those things as well. If you are gambling, that also takes part of your money, or most part of your money, and even leaves people bankrupt. So you should also consider that as well. There are lots of other habits that you might have that's keeping you broke, but these are the major ones. Of course, there's no way I can share everything in today's video, but I'm sure that I've talked on the major ones that affect a lot of people. Do well to like this video if you found it helpful. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye bye.